sometimes I feel like I fail in life doing a lot of stuff. But me being a mom, I'm a good mom. Can't nobody take that from me.
There is nothing like a mother's love for her child. That's why one Mid-South woman is making sure that her baby girl's story is heard and that her baby girl's name is never forgotten. Trinicia Moss is fighting for justice after she says she didn't get the help she needed while she was pregnant, and ultimately, she says that led to the death of her daughter.
Fox 13 health reporter Mandy Rock has this grieving mother's story, and she investigates just how often this happens in the Mid-South.
What happened to Trinicia Moss and her baby happens far too often to families in our area. The story you're about to hear is heartbreaking. It may be very emotional for some of our viewers, but we think it's important to show you the reality of what's going on in our community.
And it hurts me because, like, you know, I was ready for her. I wanted my other baby.
A pink and white crochet blanket, a tiny pink bonnet, and an ink footprint no bigger than a bottle cap. It's all Trinicia Moss has left to remember her baby girl, Darnicia.
Because I barely had time with her before she passed.
Instead of planning a baby shower, Moss is now planning a funeral. She was just over 21 weeks pregnant when she prematurely gave birth to Darnicia.
I didn't get the help that I needed. And I feel like they let my baby die. And I would have died too.
Moss lives in Tunica, a small town in northern Mississippi about 40 miles away from the closest hospital. Doctors told her from the beginning that her pregnancy was high risk. So when she started having unusual pain mid-October, Moss made the drive to Baptist Memorial Hospital in South Haven to see a specialist.
I'm telling this man I'm hurt. I'm telling him I feel something coming. You should keep me here. You should put a baby monitor on me or something if I'm already high-risk pregnancy.
Moss said the doctor told her her pain was likely caused by a urinary tract infection and high blood pressure and sent her home. But that night, the pain became unbearable.
I started bleeding real bad. And about 2 o'clock, I called the ambulance. They got here around 3.
Moss was going into labor by the time paramedics arrived.
They didn't help me at all. They didn't try to stop my labor. I was begging them for help. When I asked them why they didn't help me, they stated that they had to wait on the fire department. I'm scared for my life. Blood pouring down out of me. Why is y'all waiting on the fire department?
Moss was taken back to Baptist-DeSoto.
And the same doctor, he came in there talking to me, talking about he's sorry. I actually told him to get out of my face.
Baby Darnicia didn't make it.
I got to hold her like maybe 10 minutes before she passed.
A devastating outcome far too common in the Mid-South.
We know that better outcomes are associated with early and consistent prenatal care, and that's kind of the gold standard.
According to the March of Dimes, more than half of all counties in Mississippi and nearly half of all counties in Arkansas are considered maternity care deserts. That's a county without a hospital or birthing center offering obstetric care. In Tennessee, 32% of counties are considered maternal care deserts.
Many rural hospitals don't have obstetricians. They have general practice doctors and they have other professionals, but they don't have obstetricians. So often women who live in rural areas have to travel great distances to get quality OB care.
Lack of care is a major contributor to infant mortality. Mississippi has the highest rate of infant deaths in the country. Arkansas is 49th. Tennessee is in the bottom third. Joelle Archibald is a coordinator for the My Baby For Me program in Memphis. In partnership with the NAACP, she works to reduce infant mortality by providing free educational classes to expectant mothers and transportation to doctor's appointments.
You know, having the care available 5 miles from your house isn't any good if you can't get to and from those appointments or keep those appointments.
Archibald said the disparities are felt deeper by women of color, who often aren't taken seriously when they say something is wrong.
We we need to give women credit. They know their body, and even if it's their first pregnancy, they often have a sense that something may not be right. If you don't think something is right, seek a different provider, seek a different care system, seek higher level care until you're assured that everything is okay with your baby.
Moz said her 4-year-old daughter was ready to be a big sister.
She say her sister with God, but sometimes she asks me why her sister can't come home, why her sister not at home.
Her time on Earth was short, but Moz said Darnesia's life mattered, and she'll always be a part of their family.
I just wish they would have helped me so she could be here with me, because I would have been a good mom to her. Nobody was going to touch her. Nobody was going to bother her. She was going to be spoiled. She was going to love me and her sister. And, you know, she was going to love me here.
I asked Baptist-DeSoto specifically about Moz's situation. They did not comment on her allegations, but said, quote, "We do all we can within our service areas to provide access to high-quality maternal care through our hospitals and clinics. And we even offer an obstetrics emergency department at Baptist Memorial Hospital DeSoto to provide timely and efficient care to pregnant patients." Baptist said it's addressing maternity care deserts by establishing an OBGYN satellite clinic in Crittenden County, Arkansas. It also plans to open another clinic in Tate County, Mississippi. I will also point out Baptist is a partner in the My Baby for Me program that we showed you. We've posted a resource guide on our website for expectant mothers in the Mid-South who may have trouble accessing care, and you can find it in this story at fox13memphis.com. Mandy Rock, Fox 13 News.
That's heavy. And what makes stories like that so profound is we've seen the research over the years that I believe women of color are 3 times more likely to die because of child-related issues, during maternity-related issues. But we also know that those issues that they are having, those maternity issues that they are having, are 80% preventable. They could be prevented if someone would just listen the first time.
And here's the hard part for Tranesia is that happened, but this is something she's going to carry for the rest of her life. Because my mother, before I was adopted, a couple of years before I was adopted, lost a child at almost 8 months. And I watched, over the entirety of my life, I watched her carry those scars. My father carried those scars, and later I carried those scars. So there's so much more to that than just this one medical incident. Right. And as you said, the care deserts and the inability for everyone to get proper care, that's the hardest. It's almost unfathomable.
It's
or unfathomable
2023, and we are still dealing with these same issues. Yep. If a person says something's not right, someone has got to take a moment and listen.
Just step back. Step off the protocol, step off your procedure, and just take a listen.
Yeah.
Well done, Mandy.